And for those who say that in these tragedies not the time to debate, when would that time be appropriate then? Would it be after we bury these children? Would it be next week? Would it be before the next one? Because I would make the case that now is the appropriate time.
That was Governor Walz this morning after meeting students on their first day of school, announcing he wants a special session in this state to address gun laws in the wake of the Annunciation mass shooting. Welcome to Breaking the News. I'm Janice Shortle. From Virginia Tech to Parkland to Uvalde, school shootings have historically prompted conversations about gun laws at the local and federal levels. With more, here's Morgan Wolf.
Within 6 days of the Annunciation school shooting, Governor Tim Walz is asking legislators to come back to work, taking a direct aim at gun laws.
I am not going to allow anyone to try and make the case that the United States is unique in either mental health issues or other things. The thing that makes America unique in terms of shootings is we just have more guns and the wrong types of guns that are on the streets.
The legislature is finely balanced, so Walz is asking for bipartisan support.
I'm going to need some Republicans to break with the orthodoxy and say that we need to do something on guns, and that's the opportunity right now.
And it really sounds like he wants to make some changes.
House Speaker Lisa Dama says that House Republicans stand ready to protect students and schools, including her hopes for conversations about all aspects of safety like school security and mental health resources, not, quote, vague demands for policies that have not stopped gun violence in other states.
For you personally, is there any ounce of you that wants to take a look at gun laws?
We definitely will look at the gun laws, and it's important to recognize that we need to look at the gun laws that are already on the books and how we can make sure they're being followed. When we have situations where there are decreased penalties for gun offenses, that's something that we'll look at. And so that's going to be part of the larger conversations overall that need to take place.
Minnesota isn't the first state to have these conversations after tragedies.
Just trying to make sense.
KVUE Austin reporter Tony Poletsky covered one of the more recent school shootings at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas in 2022.
It was definitely one of the most emotionally fraught stories that I have ever covered.
Parents of the 19 children killed advocated to raise the age that someone could buy an assault rifle from 18 to 21.
Among the Republican lawmakers, who of course have the majority, there was not a lot of appetite for moving the needle in terms of changing access to guns in the state.
There was appetite in Tennessee in 2023 when the Republican governor called for a special session after 6 people died in the Covenant school shooting in Nashville.
3 House Democrats took to the floor with protesters when it looked like some, if not all, of the gun legislation was simply going to fall apart.
As WSMV Nashville reporter Stacey Cameron witnessed, chaos ended that session, but funding was passed to give schools security upgrades.
Many of the parents, they identified themselves as Republicans, wanted to see the laws changed, and were very upset and spoke out against the governor and our Republican-led legislature because they didn't pass what they believed to be common sense gun laws.
Interesting hearing from those other reporters. Now, Tennessee did go on to pass a law that allows teachers to carry guns, and the Nashville reporter that I spoke with there says that they haven't heard of any schools that have opted in for that. Jana?
Yeah, Morgan, something else to note about the special session here in Minnesota. This would be the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, that lawmakers come back to see each other and work since the assassination by gun of Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband.
Yeah, and that is very much so on their minds. When I spoke with Speaker Dameth about this, this whole summer, it seems as though everyone that works up at the Capitol is still battling their grief over Melissa Hortman's loss. And also there is the work aspect of it too that is going to be impacted as there is a special election to fill her seat that is quickly approaching September 16th.
A violent summer here in the state of Minnesota. Thank you so much, Morgan. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.